Hey, so I'm doing my final update on my double mastectomy. And can you believe we're 6 weeks out now? That seems crazy. In the sense, it seems so much longer, and then also it seems like it just flew by. So I am going back to work on Monday. And I also am starting chemo next week on Friday. So next week's a big week. But I just wanted to kind of close the book on this part of the journey. I'm also like rolling with some interesting hair today. So one of the parts of my chemo journey is that I'm going to try to cold cap. I know I've mentioned that to try to save some of my hair. And there's a very specific protocol that you have to do for that, which obviously includes like no heat, no specific products, no styling products and stuff like that. So I'm practicing that so that maybe I can look a little less homeless as I'm going through that process. It's going great. So yeah, this is attempt 1. And that should be super fun. But anyway, back to the final mastectomy stuff. So last week I got cleared for no restrictions. So meaning I can drive again, no repetitive movement like restrictions, no lifting restrictions. They just said ease into it. So that was really exciting. That night, I also got my final expander fill. So I think we're done with that. Like, I think I'm good with where we're at on that. So everything's great. That night, I got this gnarly cold and it just progressively got worse through the weekend. And I have literally been down basically since I went to the doctor. The only other times I've been out this week is to go to the doctor to try to get something to stop, like make me better. Because now there's like concern, like you've got to get well so that you can start chemo next week. So hopefully I'm well enough to do that when I go next week and my counts aren't already like starting off terrible. But anyway, that being said, that part actually probably was good for my healing from the mastectomies because it definitely has kind of knocked me on my butt and forced me back to the couch again. And, you know, I was to the point where I'm like, I'm over this. I'm so tired of the couch. So, I probably wouldn't have eased into it, to be honest. So it's forced me to ease into it just because I simply haven't felt well. So I have, you know, tested a few things, but not a ton. But as far as like my range of motion, I felt like that would maybe be kind of a cool update to see, just because that's like such a huge part of healing with this. You use so much of this part of your body for pulling, pushing, reaching, everything, lifting. So as far as that goes, I'm great, like arms out in front, great arms out to the side. I can probably go about here. Yep. Across is good. This one was like such a huge one at the beginning. Like the first 10 days, probably for sure, like I couldn't even like reach out to the sink and like put my hands together to like wash my hands. I had to use like a spray hand sanitizer or like just put my hands out and let somebody else wash my hands. It was rough. So excuse me, that was that. And then I would say as far as like going up, this is about as much as you're gonna get from me right now. I cannot go fully up like to my ears, but I'm doing pretty well, I would say. So I'm pleased with my recovery and my range of motion at this point for such a big surgery. Lifting, I haven't felt well enough to really do a lot of that. I did test like a laundry basket that had some laundry in it, not like a heaping basket, but just like a regular one. I tested that and it actually felt fine. I didn't have any pulling. I didn't have any pain. Excuse me. I didn't have any later, so I would say that was a success. I'm still not like doing anything that requires like pulling. So like like a full trash bag, like pulling it out of the garbage can. That feels super scary and like I don't want to do that. And low key, I'm not probably gonna do that because Josh can just do that. So anyway, that's where we're at on that. Excuse me. I can also like lay on my side without pain, which is great. Another weird thing is that I've probably been off meds since I took Tylenol and ibuprofen probably through week 5 while I was traveling and stuff. And then I got off the gabapentin for the nerve pain probably at week 4.5. That was so strange because the more fill I got with the saline and the expanders, the more the nerve pain subsided, which I would have thought it would have been opposite, but it actually helped it. So I'm so happy I'm not on any meds for any of that anymore. So we're moving on. We're moving on to phase 2.